Is artificial intelligence the future of warfare? And while that debate continues, Israel, by the way, has already started using it. Just hours after Hamas's attack on the 7th of October, a US-based drone company received a massive order. The call was from the Israeli military, and the order was for 100 drones. In just 3 weeks, the Israeli Defense Forces were equipped with the cutting-edge drones with the promise of even more to follow. You see, after Ukraine, Gaza has become the new testing ground for the latest in AI-powered defense tech. As AI takes center stage in this theater of war, people, of course, are worried. How will this marriage of AI and defense technology shape the future of warfare? And according to reports, Israel's campaign created a new demand for the state-of-the-art defense technology. Earlier, military supplies used to take place nation to nation. Now a country's defense need is often being supplied directly by the newer and smaller manufacturers. Naturally, the AI ethicists are concerned, especially about Israeli military's use of AI-driven technology to target Palestinians in Gaza. Remember, there are reports of Israeli army using AI to strike over 11,000 targets in Gaza before the temporary truce set in. And in Gaza, drones are largely being used for surveillance and looking for Hamas operatives. They are, of course, massive help as soldiers' lives are not put to risk. But the truth is, Israel discloses few specifics of how it uses AI in the war. And so some worry that Israel uses what they see as unreliable AI systems to identify and strike targets. But why just Israel? Ukraine has also used experimental AI systems. Ukrainian troops have reportedly used AI to identify Russian soldiers, weapons, and unit positions. And of course, defense companies are thrilled. After all, there is a lot of cash involved. However, it also brings a new set of headaches for governments. It appears that Israel's appetite for high-tech weapons is proving to be a big challenge for the US government. And here's the crux of the matter. Early this month, the Biden administration began implementing a new foreign policy. It was aimed at regulating the responsible military use of such cutting-edge technology. This policy was introduced in The Hague back in February and endorsed by 45 other countries. What was the goal, you ask? To tie the use of AI as well as autonomous systems in warfare within the international law of war. But, and it's a big but, neither Israel nor Ukraine are signatories. And that, you see, leaves a big hole in the collective efforts to keep the high-tech weapons operating within agreed-upon boundaries. Why these nations refrain from agreements on this international declaration? It's too early to say, but concerns around the use of military AI are valid. To begin with, the technology is developing very quickly. What may be considered the rules of engagement today could very well be outdated in 5 years. Will international rules be able to keep up with these rapid changes is the immediate question. Secondly, much of this technology is civilian, and so it's hard to restrict military development without also affecting the larger public. And this is why starting a dialogue and finding ways of imposing limits or even regulating the use of AI in warfare and in autonomous weapons is no longer just a debate. It is the need of the hour. Just look at Ukraine and West Asia. This is not the stuff of science fiction, but the reality of our times. What happens when AI acts in unpredictable ways? What happens when they make mistakes in identifying targets? Isn't the fundamental purpose of using AI in warfare to minimize human casualties? WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.